Welcome back, Minecraft fans. This is Punk-D76. Welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial here on the Bedrock tutorial series. Today I'm going to bring you chunks. I'm going to show you a couple of ways of finding chunks, or 3 different ways of getting chunks, and I'll explain a little bit about them as well, how what they work a little bit for your building. Bedrock, as you may well know, redstone going across chunk borders is a bit of a pain. It can not work as smooth as it should do. So if you've got a good redstone build, you want to build my zero tick cactus farm, XP farm, stuff like that, you want to try and build them within one chunk. So yeah, I'm going to try and teach you how to find those said chunks. As you can see, I have marked out 4 chunks down here. So a chunk is 16 by 16 squares. So starting in one corner, it is 16 along. The chunk will end on 16. So from here to there, 16. By moving over one chunk, the next 16, or one block, the next 16 will start for the next chunk. Yeah, to the next 16. There is no, like this line here between these 2 stair blocks is the edge. It's a fine edge between chunks. So this is one chunk, this is one chunk. Okay, they're separate things. So if you can build, if you're building a redstone build, you can build up to this edge. But ideally you don't want to come over this edge if you can help it. That will just be more beneficial to you. When we're calculating chunks, especially using coordinates, the mathematic way, which I will show you first, will always lead you to this point here. As you can mark, I've marked a grey and pink on each of these. This is the closest to 0, 0. So by moving this way, if you watch the coordinates up in the top left, they're both the X and the Z are going down. So you're heading towards 0. If you're in the minus, that they will be going up, but it's the one closest to 0 will be this corner. Okay, so let's go over here, shall we? Let's go over this way. This will do for starters. So the mathematical way of trying to work this out. So we're here. We are currently standing on. Let me put this block here. Why not? So 249, 274 are the numbers we need to worry about. Okay, so if we take the 249, go to a calculator. You want to do 249 divided by 16 equals. That will give us an answer of 15.562. Take the 15, so forgetting the bit after the point, to do 15 times 16, which is our chunk, or the size of a chunk, equals 240. So we now know, so we can get rid of that one. So 240 is this way. Once we get to 240, this here, we are now, that is the edge of our chunk. Let's do it this way, be clearer. So that's the edge of this chunk we're stood in here, okay? So now we got the 274. 274 divided by 16 equals 17.125. So forget the 1.125. So 17 times 16, the size of a chunk, equals 272. So if we now go to 272, which is here, so we now go that way. So we actually now know that that is our corner, because we're now, the numbers are going down. We're heading towards 0 on both X and Z. So this is the corner closest to 0. So we now have this corner worked out. Super easy. Count 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this is our edge going this way. So we can go along that way. So yes, we would want to count the 16 along here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's your counting lesson of the day done. Go this way. So where's this other line? There it is. It's up there. And we go along this way. Just marry these up. Bosh, bosh. There we go. So we have found the chunk for that stat, which we were on, 249274. We have now found the corner. Oh, or found the chunk. Ah, there we go. That easy. When calculating the chunks, if you are in the minus, so when you do your maths for the minus, it's basically you do exactly the same maths, but then plus 1. So divide by 16, take your coordinate, divide it by 16, round off, so get rid of the point bit, times that number by 16, gives you an answer, plus 1. And that will be, because it starts on the first corner nearest 0 is minus 1, that's how you get the coordinate. So it's basically, you have to add 1 to any minus coordinate to get to the correct bit. Okay, hope that's clear. Yeah, if you're in the minus, you add 1. There we go, that easy. So obviously, once you've worked this out, you could go to the next one. So you know that this is the corner of the next chunk. So you would go this way and this way, work out, count 16, job done. Okay, that is method 1, the mathematical version. Method 2 requires leaves. So we're going to use birch leaves for this one. I think it's the easiest to view, easiest to see. So we need a nice area. Let's go here. Why not? So take your leaves. We need to make a row of about 32 leaves. That'll do. That's about 32. We go back to the center. So this point here is where the chunk we're trying to find. Okay. So this is where we want to build. So let's make a row this way, roughly 32. Oh, we've lost a few. There we go, a few more. That'll do. That's roughly 32. So go back to this point. Right, so you now need to go into your settings. Go down to video. Into your video settings, and you've got this setting here for fancy leaves. Okay? Turn it off. So we've turned off fancy leaves. Okay, the leaves still look fancy at the moment, but if we put a block here and update this one, bosh, you see how they change? So take your border, go along this line, and as you can see, there's an edge, there's a definite difference there. So on the inside, we want to go there. So we now know that that is the inside of this chunk. Okay, so on that edge. Go along this way, as you can see, there's a difference again. There's a definite difference between the style of leaves, and again, bosh, bosh. That's that. The only thing with this, it will give you a 3-chunk square, but it's easy to work out. So we to find the chunk there. So we're now out. We need to count in by 16. So counting lesson number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right, that is part of that chunk. Okay, so we now know, because that's that one, this edge must be part of this chunk. Okay, so we can go put a couple of blocks there like that. So come down to this one, count in 16 from here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that is this one. So again, it's got to be facing there. So we now know that this side must be the chunk closest to here. Marry these lines up. There we go. So we have found our corner closest to 0. So count 16 and do the square around this mark. And you've now got your chunk ready to build. like so. Okay, that is number 2 done. Right, way number 3. Let's go over on this little flat bit over here, shall we? Right, this one's a little bit trickier. We need to make a small redstone contraption. Observe a redstone lamp with a redstone torch on the side, redstone on the floor, redstone lamp, and then take a repeater. So the block that's now lit, aiming away from that, repeater on the floor, put it down to three or four ticks will do. That'll do. There we go. Right. So we now have this flashing. So we need to observe the flashing blocks. So let's go this way. So as we move back, eventually the blocks will become out of render distance. We might struggle to start seeing it. It's quite, because we're set on 8 chunks at the moment. So way around this, go back into your settings, go to video, and go down to field of vision. Put it down to 30, or low as it can go. There we go. We can see the blocks. Let's move back. And at some point, they will either turn or they will turn. There you go. See, they've stopped flashing. So the redstone is now out of view, basically. So as we creep forward slowly. As soon as it starts flashing, we got to stop. There you go. See how it starts? So here, so this is, that's flashing. So we're inside a chunk. Let's go to hit this one. So we're now outside of the zone. So that, let's go up. Oh, no, I need to go down. Field of views confusing me. Not that one. That one there. So that must be a chunk border. Okay. Oh, because the field of view is so high, it's making it really hard. So yes, move that way, and it will start flashing, and we're now outside. Go this way. Oh, sorry, we're now inside range. Go to this one. We're now outside range. Let me put field of view back. So go to your video settings. Field of view. So standard is 70. There you go. So if you can see that, oh no, wrong button. Go forward slightly. There you go. Start flashing. You might just be able to see that. To get, this is a chunk. To get the one this direction might be a bit tricky. As a hill in a way. Let's go this way. See where we can build it. We need to go roughly 130 blocks. So we're on 3, 2, 6. So let's go to 450. 400. Around about 450. There we go. Yes, that'll do. Perfect. Let's put a block down there. Redstone lamp on the side. Redstone dust. I can't put redstone dust. Let's put block there. Redstone dust. Lamp on top. Lamp on top. That one's lit. Put the redstone repeater facing that way. Put this down to 4 ticks. So now we have to go back. At roughly where we were. So we can just about see that. Let's change our field of view again. Let's go back to settings. Video. FOV. Click on that, put it down to 30. Okay, so let's move back. There we go, it's just stopped. So that's inside. We need to go back a little bit. Keep going. There we go. So move up. So I think that is outside. That is inside. Back to settings so we can actually see what we're doing. Back to field of view. Back to 70, which is your standard. There we go. So we now have, so there we go. We've got this one here, so this will go this way. We've got this one here, so this will go this way. And that is given us, basically, if down here, that is the corner of this chunk. There we go. So you just count 16 that direction, 16 that direction, and marry around. So you've now got the point from here. So the way to do it, if you want to work out this point, go 130, 150 in that 130 in that direction, and same in that way, and then yeah, you've got your chunk. So there you go. There's your 3 ways of finding chunks. Let's go back over here. Probably the leaves is the easiest one. Birch leaves is the most visible when you're doing it. It is the easiest one to do, but does give you a 3 chunk square. So you have to, 3 by 3 chunk square. You have to count down, and the maths will give you a single square, or give you the corner nearest to 0. That is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe. Very, very much appreciate it. It will help the channel grow. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.